Well, Mohamad Elmasry joins me now on set. He is a professor at the Doha Institute for Graduate Studies who specialises in Egyptian politics. Good to talk to you again. From the discussions we've had with other analysts, some people feel that Mubarak's legacy is mixed. That's not the case for you. Can you tell us why?
I think the political science literature is pretty clear, and I think the history books will be pretty clear on Mubarak's legacy. He was an authoritarian ruler. He had, as you mentioned in your lead-up, the emergency law enacted for 30 years. He clamped down on all forms of political opposition. He stifled dissent, ran a singular narrative through his media apparatus, imprisoned thousands of political opponents, and was responsible for many killings as well, politically motivated killings. So there's no question that he was a dictator. I don't think it's a mixed bag. I think the reason why some people are saying that today is because they're viewing Mubarak through this comparative lens, comparing him to Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Egypt's current president. And it is true that Sisi is even more authoritarian than Mubarak ever was.
We have had reaction in the past few hours from Mahmoud Abbas, Palestinian leader, and from Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu. Tell us, what is Mubarak's image in Palestine and in Israel today, and his legacy in terms of the Palestinian-Israeli peace process?
Well, it's interesting. I think it's very telling that on February 11th, 2011, Palestinians celebrated when Mubarak was ousted. And today, on the day of his passing, he's being praised heavily by Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli leader. I think that's all very telling, and I don't think it's very difficult to figure out why. Mubarak cooperated very closely with the Israelis on quote-unquote security, to the detriment of Palestinians and Palestinian freedom. He often was silent in the face of Israeli transgressions against the Palestinians, including settlement expansion. He was present and an important player in several of the peace negotiations, which were always very heavily tilted toward the Israeli side. And Mubarak was quite willing to go along with those parameters, which always favored the Israeli side to the detriment of the Palestinians. So I think it's not difficult to see why, under those circumstances, Mubarak isn't viewed very favorably inside the Palestinian territories.
Given all of that, I was surprised to see Mahmoud Abbas praising Mubarak's support for, and I quote, the Palestinian cause and helping the Palestinian people in, quote, achieving their freedom and independence. I mean, did I miss something?
Okay, well, how much time do we have? This is complex, but let's just say that Mahmoud Abbas and the Palestinian Authority are not viewed by many Palestinians, the majority of Palestinians, as the most honest representatives of the Palestinian cause. I guess I can leave it at that.
That is a whole other conversation that we could definitely go deep into. We will have to leave it there for time. That's Mohamad Elmasry there. Thank you. Elmasry is a professor at the Doha Institute for Graduate Studies.